I am Sam Bauer with Goosehead Insurance, and I have not done a Meet the Flockers in quite a few weeks, so we are bringing it back. And today I have my friend George Zacherl, who is the Executive Director for BNI. Is it Western Pennsylvania?
Western Pennsylvania, yes. Our territory covers the 20 counties of Western Pennsylvania.
Yeah, so if you're not familiar with BNI, it's the biggest networking group in the world.
Yes, over 10,000 chapters worldwide.
Okay, yeah, it's crazy. So I've been a BNI member for a long time. I was a BNI member before I had my own business. When I lived in Arizona, I was a BNI member. I've started and launched businesses for corporations through BNI relationships. And then whenever I decided I wanted to open up my own business here, I sought out George. And because I wanted to get into a group in Western Pennsylvania, and it's really hard to find a group if you're in a specific category that's a popular category for BNI, which personal lines insurance agent is probably one of the hardest.
Yeah. We call them the Fab Five.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
probably top 5 or 6 classifications to find a seat in one of our local chapters.
Yeah, so I think it was God's ordained this because George just happens to live in Saxonburg, and he just happens to been wanting to launch a chapter in the Butler area. And so when I sought him out, he was like, "Hey, would you be interested in trying to start a new chapter?" And so that's what we did. And I'm a member of the amazing group in Butler. But I'm gonna let George just introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what got you to BNI and
Because actually I just recently celebrated 16 years as a member. I started out as a health insurance agent, and I've owned a franchise. In a couple of months it'll be 10 years of being an executive director.
Oh, wow.
So I love working with small business owners throughout Western Pennsylvania. I've probably worked with a couple of thousand over the last 10 years, and I think we've generated a couple 100,000 referrals and several $100 million worth of referrals income for our members, which is awesome. And but really, how I got involved with BNI, my claim to fame is the last cold call that I ever made was the day I got invited to BNI. Some of us can remember back to the days when the second George Bush was president, and I'm out knocking on doors for financial advisors, begging for business, and they said, "Hey, we need a health insurance agent for our new chapter. Are you interested?" And I've never said no to anything all the way up to purchasing the franchise. But to me, I think BNI is a great way of leveling the playing field, especially for small business owners. A lot of our members are 1 to 5 employees. I mean, we do have members that are part of large corporations, the banks and insurance companies, et cetera. But most of them are 1 to 5 employees. And they're not looking for that handout. They're really looking for a way of leveling the playing field. Who's talking to my clients before I am. And we all know referrals are a great way of building your business, and they create the most loyal clients. But the thing I really love about BNI is when you're talking to another member, you can be experiencing and say, "Hey, I'm trying to hire employees. I'm trying to move into my first brick and mortar store. I'm trying to work on my social media." And even though we're coming from completely different industries, we're all facing the same problems. And it's a great way of getting that unfiltered advice as you're going through to help grow your business. So our members not only love the referrals and the business that we close with each other, but in a lot of ways, our members become better business people just because of helping each other out. And I'm probably a little biased when I say this, but I honestly think BNI is the greatest system ever created by its members. 95% of what we do has been best practices shared by directors and the 3.5 million members who have come before us.
Yeah, I would say, like, for me, being in BNI, and like I said, I've been in different chapters, and I was in an amazing chapter in Arizona, and now I'm in a really great chapter here. That camaraderie and having other business owners that I can call and say, "Hey, like, I'm going to hire. What do I do?" But then also having like this group of people in my back pocket. I just talked to a client today who's starting her own business, and I was doing her BOP and her general liability policy, and she was asking me if I knew a good lawyer and a good CPA, and I was like, I know the best lawyer and the best CPA that I can refer to you because they're in my chapter. And being able to add that value to my network and my clients is just so great. And I know these people, and I work with these people, and I meet with them every week, and they do work for me, so I know with my heart of hearts I can refer them, and they're going to take care of my clients who are my most cherished part of my business, right? I'm not going to send my client to somebody who I don't know if they're going to take great care of them. So there are many different benefits of being in BNI. And the other thing, sorry, I'm probably like talking for you, but the other thing I love about BNI is it is like a legit group of professionals who want to grow their business. It's not like wishy-washy, people who are kind of in, kind of not. Like the people that are in this group are committed to their growth, their business's growth, and also committed to growing other people. And to me, having that is just really important because I want to be with like-minded people. I don't want to be, I'm trying to grow here. I'm trying to scale it and make a great business. And I want to be networking with other people who have that same ambition.
Well, I think that's really, to me, the number one myth in business today is if I do a great job, my clients are going to refer me. And when I go and I talk to a lot of potential members throughout the area, they're like, yeah, I wish I could get more, and I try, but I'm really dissatisfied. I estimate probably less than 5% of sales professionals are truly satisfied with the amount of referrals that they get from their existing client base. But when you're meeting with a great group of people on a weekly basis, you really get to have a deep understanding and develop a great relationship with them. And especially in this age of COVID and things are changing at lightning speed, it's very difficult to update a large number of people on everything that you're doing. So when we're meeting, and we're both a part of the same chapter up in Butler, the BNI Diamond All-Stars chapter, when we meet on a weekly basis and we're talking about our business, it's really amazing. It's just a very innocent comment or question or something somebody says like, oh, I didn't know you offered that service, or I didn't know you worked with that type of people. And we all in our minds have an understanding of what we think other people want to hear. But when we have that deeper relationship with other people, and honestly, that simple, innocent question gets asked, and then all of a sudden it opens up the floodgates. And being that expert, and that's the one thing that's unique about BNI, is that we represent one classification. We are the expert for our other groups. So I know Samantha and I would really love to invite you if you're in the Butler area.
Yeah.
On March 24th at 11 o'clock, if you're familiar with the Pullman Park baseball field. That's why we're called Diamond All-Stars, because we actually meet at a baseball field.
It's probably the coolest place to meet.
You can actually look out and see, and we've had baseball games going on while we've had our meetings. Yeah. But on March 24th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. we're having a visitors day. So you're welcome to check it out. My regional website is bni-westernpa.com, and you can reach out and see what other great members are. But you're welcome just to come up and meet these amazing group of people.
Yeah, and see what BNI is about. Even if there's somebody else that's in the same category as you would be, you can at least see what BNI is and then work with George. Maybe you can start a new chapter. Maybe there's another chapter that's not too far away that has an opening for your category. So come check us out, meet us, and see, what BNI is all about. And then before we wrap up, because we just have a couple minutes left, It goes fast. George wrote a book, and I wanted to give him the opportunity to tell us about his book that's coming out, I think, at the end of April.
Yeah, that's my next meeting this afternoon is to set the publish date, but we're looking probably the last Monday in April. The book's called One Size Does Not Fit All, and it's actually 28 simple stories from my life. Experiences that I have. BNI is not the only thing, and being a health insurance agent is not the only thing I've done in my life. I actually have an engineering degree from Penn State, so spent 15 years in the heavy highway industry. So these are just little stories from my construction days, my sales days, my BNI days, and hopefully you learn something from it. I'm not looking to solve it's not a life-changing book. It's just simple stories that hopefully can have an impact on you and make your life just a little bit better. So success is not one size fits all, and that'll be out on Amazon. 99 cents Kindle the first couple of days that it's out. So
nice. So I'll share that link in the group once it's launched. And then what's the best way for somebody to get a hold of you if they're interested in learning about BNI if they can't attend our meeting?
Yeah, we've got our regional website, again, bni-westernpa.com. Our office number is 724-941-01. That's 724-941-01. Talk to Cindy or myself, and we can just find out what works for you. We really just love talking to people, see where they're at with their life, and see if we can find a great fit for them.
Awesome. And I'll put his information in the comments as well. So thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great Friday. And thanks, George, for
Thank you.
being here
My
with
pleasure.
me.
Thank you for inviting me.